In Roman times, just like we have today, there were poor people and there were rich people, and they lived in different places. And obviously, we're looking at different homes. And with this lesson, we're going to be looking at Romans living in the countryside and Romans living in cities or big towns. And you will see that the homes they lived in are very different. If you look at the homes of poor people in the countryside, you will see that they were wooden huts. They're very small, and the floor is covered with animal skins. The furniture inside is very basic, and they slept on benches for beds. However, the rich people living in the countryside lived in a Roman villa. You can see from the picture how much bigger it is. They even had a private bath, underfloor heating, and they had roof tiles. You can see how spacious it is. In towns, rich people also lived in bigger places. It is a much grander building than the poor people lived in towns or cities. It had marble pillars, for instance, mosaics on the floors and the halls, and it had lots of rooms where you could have your meals in, dining. It had courtyards, and you could entertain your guests. It's a bit smaller than the houses in the countryside, but still quite spacious. However, poorer people lived in much smaller accommodation called insulas. It was like apartment blocks up to 8 stories high, and the poorest people lived in the smallest apartments on the top floors. The bigger ones were more expensive and on the lower floors. It had very narrow staircases and was dangerous because if a fire started, it could quickly light up. So as you can see, Romans, the rich and the poor, lived in different types of homes in the countryside and in towns and